world? How's everybody doing today, tonight, tomorrow? As I always say, whatever time, realm, dimension you're living in, I hope you're doing great, feeling blessed, no stress. Hopefully you're not feeling as bad as I do. I got a little stomach issue right now because somebody decided to get off his little healthy working out shit. Excuse me, pardon my French, because that's how I feel right now. And decided to go to the Jiffy store yesterday and load himself up on 2 death dogs loaded with chili cheese, sauerkraut, onion, spicy mustard. And I'm paying the price. I don't feel too good today. But there is something worse than that going on right now, and I know this is one hell of an intro or lead in, and I want to talk about something I know a lot of you have probably seen on the news, you've probably seen all over YouTube, and that would be, yes, the Minority Report coming to life, Precrime. And we see now nations coming on board with this, and it's just a matter of time. We know how these things work. They start overseas somewhere and they work their way here, just like products usually. And we see things ramping up, and we see all the predictive programming that's gone on for years with a subject like this. And now we see China, Japan, and Canada all implementing these programs, starting these programs. And anybody who's seen Minority Report knows they don't go that smooth, that there's glitches in these kinds of programs and things can go wrong. Now, if life were to work out like that, we're in for one hell of a ride. And the fact that people have been programmed to take this stuff on, I mean, it's scary where it's going to head. And we know that people will jump right on board. I mean, since 9/11, the way life has gone in this country is ridiculous. People will throw their rights away, throw away their freedoms to have this feeling of being protected, when really it's this false sense of reality of protection. There's really no protection. All you're doing is throwing your rights away, and you're giving up everything, your freedoms, for more prison, for more regulations, for less rights. But they set you up. You know, we look at movies, TV, all this kind of stuff, and we see the setup that's been going on for years, especially since 9/11. In the name of terrorism, people will gladly hand their rights over and just openly take programs like this for the greater good, right? For your own protection, without thinking of consequences and implications of something like this. What it could do to us it's frightening. A lot of people don't realize that there's actually been programs like this in the U.S. Back in 2011, Homeland Security started using programs like this in airports to watch people's actions and demeanor, to start labeling them and seeing who was a questionable terrorist and things like that. It was more ways for people to lock you down and start to, I guess, put us all in a registry. Doing all the facial recognition, all that kind of stuff, which we worry about so much, and iris scanning. And the funny part is, that gets me, is that so many of us don't realize. You take a look back earlier this year at Samsung getting in trouble for all the spying, being connected with the CIA. Now, everybody was all in an uproar about that. It was on the news, but like everything, the powers that be said, enough of that. Let's get that off the news. We don't need to talk about that anymore. And we didn't really hear anything else about it. But look at your houses, people. Look inside. Look at everything you've bought now. All these products. Knowing that they're related to these spying games that go on. More than likely, I'm being spied on right now as I say this. We have toasters, washers, dryers, refrigerators. Hell, I think there's even a smart toilet out there. You can't go anywhere in your house, and then you just look at the things that you buy, like the Google Home or Alexa or Amazon, all this stuff that you lace your house with. We take it and make it so easy for these powers that be to watch us, to know everything we do, to know what we're thinking. We do so much of the work for them, it's ridiculous. You go online and you look at Facebook, Instagram, I mean, all these other forms of social networking. And look at the way people just openly put your lives out there. And now, with these kinds of programs, it's going to get all filed away. You're going to get put in a group, get put in a category. Somebody like me making a video could be out there looking up certain things, researching, on a bombing or doing this. This program's going to see what I'm looking up. It's going to see my reactions to things or see my likes and dislikes. And it's going to categorize me to a point to where I could be arrested for something I wasn't even planning or thinking. But the thought police are going to go ahead and make these thoughts up for us. 1984, welcome to it. We're going to have the thought police in and around go ahead and create false thoughts and lock us up for it. Japan is leading that move right now. Japan's saying basically if they think that you're thinking of something, guess what? Going to jail. You may have not thought of doing it, but if that program tells them that you're thinking that you're going to do it, you're getting locked up. Now, as far as this technology too, like the facial recognition, and leads me back to the tech that we're all picking up. Everybody's always been in kind of an uproar, like they don't want their face being logged away somewhere so they could be tracked throughout their day. Look at all the new phones coming out. All right, we started off with fingerprint scanners, iris, and now you see Apple, Samsung, all these people, and Samsung we know where they were already connected to CIA. Now the whole big deal with phones is to unlock your phone, you're going to have this new facial recognition. People are going to openly put their face in some filing system. You don't think that the CIA or one of these other, covert shadow government groups aren't going to go into Samsung and get all this kind of information and log it somewhere and know how to track you? There'll be no longer you going out and having to step in front of something and register your face. It's already going to be registered, and you're going to do it yourself. Scary thoughts. That's where I say, with all these programs and all the tech, we're getting trapped now. We are locking ourselves in to this pre-crime society, this big brother constantly watching over a society. And now we see the pre-crime program starting. And it's just a matter of time, like I say, before these programs make their way over here. I mean, look how close it is in Canada. People travel back and forth across the border. You don't think these programs are going to travel back and forth across the border too? Folks, I'm telling you, it's just a matter of time. We're letting AI take over. We're all so concerned, and supposedly now Elon and Zuckerberg are out there in some argument about AI when they're both in it together. We know that. This is more of this reality show that gets put on for us on a daily basis of powers that be not getting along to make it look like they're out there for the little guy, knowing behind closed doors they're all buddy-buddy, probably sitting in front of a big owl statue, hand in hand, and all they have is this thought of world domination. And all the little minions, or not even minions, but all the little peons that they think we are, at their bidding. Or even worse, just wiped out of their way. And if they can't do it by killing, maybe they can do it by locking us all up. I don't know. But this is something I feel that we definitely are going to see happening more and more. It leads me back like into the predictive programming. We've seen it on TV for years, and people will start to think this is the norm. This is just how life is, how society is. That robots should be going everywhere. We see that program where the drones police everybody now. We've seen shows like this many times to where they have some AI system that can figure out who's going to do what and when they're going to do it, and they can stop it. People are fans of these shows. They have people that they look up to on these shows. And they're going to do the same thing, some of them, with government. They're going to look up to them and think, wow, they're out there protecting me. Until the day comes to where they go and check the wrong library book out, or they look up the wrong thing online, or say the wrong thing in their house out of anger or out of question. And they're going to find that they get locked up and that person that they were a fan of had nothing to do with it. That we've given the keys to some AI system that supposedly is years away from being ready. Years away from being ready. But I guess it's ready enough to police us, to know what's right and wrong, and know exactly how we're thinking and feeling. If this system's not ready, how is it capable of knowing us that well to where it can take something as crucial as our freedom in our lives and figure it out for us and tell us exactly what we're thinking and what we're going to do? This system's supposedly not ready, huh? But we're going to let it do all that? It's all BS. I've said it for a long time. I believe D-Wave and all these other programs, they amped all the progression of these systems up tenfold. And they are up and running. Like I said, they're probably listening and watching right now. These are scary, crazy times we live in. And I try to tell you guys, go through life with a smile and don't let it get you down. Still live your life. It's getting to a point now where we're not even going to be able to live our lives the way we want to. Because if we voice our opinions or we put things online of how we feel in real life, we're going to be Judge Dredd right there on the spot. Judge, jury, and executioner, and either locked up or even worse, treason or something like that. We know what the penalty is for that. Wait till the drones start flying around. That's just a matter of time. That'll be the next one that comes. You mark my words. We've already seen it in the military, and it's just a matter of time before police forces start using these drones and this technology. Watch out, people. The world is crazy, and I always say, we never know what tomorrow brings or takes away. And now with these systems being implemented all over the world and people willingly going along with it, because it's in the name of safety and the greater good for society, right? You've all been programmed. Maybe not you guys, but a lot of these people in the world have been programmed to think a certain way. And like I said, they will openly take it. It's follow the leader. Don't think for yourself. Don't think outside the box. You just do what they tell you to do and how they tell you to do it. Do not question. Big Brother knows what's best. And now Big Brother will know everything you're thinking before you even think it. I don't know, y'all. It's got me worried. It's getting hot in this car right now. I turned it off so the sound wouldn't get messed up. I gotta run the store here. Big Brother probably already knew that. And hell, they might already have my stuff on the counter. Anyways, guys, I'm sure we'll hear more about this soon. I'm sure we'll see more countries picking up on this kind of tech. And it's just a matter of time before we really do live in 1984. As always, thank you from the bottom of my heart. More than anything, y'all stay blessed. Y'all stay incredible. See ya.